Yeah, these days I've realized, man, I've gotten to a place of peace. A lot of stuff don't bother me. You know what I mean? There's certain stuff that would bother me, like it don't bother me no more. Um, I ain't tooting my horn, but I think I could respectfully say when it comes to this internet shit, you know what we've accomplished here. When it comes to the chat niggas that come to academics, we legends, and I'm very happy about that. And what I mean by that is like I don't feel insecure. My boy Savage called me right now, dumbass nigga. My boy called me. See? Wait, I can't even see. Hold on, nigga. Yo, easy cash, nigga. Yo, hold on, yo. I hopped on stream real quick though, so don't say nothing hot. Don't say nothing hot. I call you. I bet. I fuck with 21. Like 21's a rap. Y'all always tell y'all like yo, it's the rappers who let me tell you the main thing when it comes to like music. And this might understand this may make y'all understand why I'm going at baby relentlessly. A lot of rappers don't respect what people like me do. It's not only me, they don't respect media. They don't respect nobody but them. I've been around rappers who talk to they crews like shit. If they talk to the people who with them every day like shit, you think they about to respect a media personality? You think they about to respect a label person? You think they about to respect an assistant, a PR person? You think they respect their own label? Bro, they don't. Um, any type of, relationship to me is always based on respect. And it's respect of, hey, if I feel some way or this, if I think something, you take it into account. Even if you don't agree. And, you know, I've kind of developed that relationship with 21, and that's my guy. That's my guy. So in reality, me and him, we sit and we debate all the time. And I seen somebody say some shit, like they were commenting on an interview, like, "Yo, he wants you to be his favorite rapper," type shit, bro. And not to liken the two people, like 21 to like 6ix9ine, but like, bro, if I'm cool with you, I'm not just gonna dick ride you. If anything, I gotta be real with you in the sense of like, shit, I told him, I'm like, yo, because I told him what happened when we did the verses with him and Uzi. I said, y'all tied. I said, I ain't gonna lie. Kodak might really beat your ass though. You know what I mean? And that's the type of discussions we have. So it's like, you know what I mean? I'm saying it out of a place of we have a discussion about it. It's not I'm saying that I don't fuck with him. Obviously, I fuck with 21. That's my guy. But salute to him. Um, if y'all don't know, if y'all didn't watch all the stuff that happened tonight, I'm very proud of it happening. Very, very proud. Salute to 21 for even being like, like he be on Clubhouse too. So he hit me a few nights ago. I was in Miami. It was actually like right before, right after I did the interview with him, and he said, "Yo, that nigga Kai, he's on Twitch." He said, "I'm on Twitch. There's this nigga Kai on there. He's playing GTA RP. I'm in his chat." I guess he didn't know how many people be on there, but he was spamming type shit. You feel me? He was like, I guess he was spamming the swords. So he's like, "Yo, you know this nigga?" I said, "Yeah, of course I know Kai." He's like, "Yo, tell that nigga I'm in his chat." So I called Kai on stream. I said, "Yo, Kai, yo, my man 21 blah blah." And 21's so stupid, my nigga, but stupid. He was like, "Yo, how do I get on there?" He a Clubhouse nigga. Come to find out he had Discord on his phone, which he did some shit I never even knew. I feel like an old head saying this. On FaceTime, he shared his screen, so I told him how to get to Discord because he had Discord on his phone. They had a quick conversation, and you know, they had planned to like link up, and then me and him we talked. I was like, "Yo, you gotta do this shit." You know what I mean? Because obviously people around 21's like, "Yo, they don't want too much exposure, this and third," and like there was a quick convo. It was just like, "Yo, bro, we popping out to your podcast. We fuck with you. That's why we do it. We're not trying to be everywhere type shit." And I said, "Bro, you're not gonna be everywhere, bro." I said, when it comes to internet niggas, just do this one thing. Pop out to Kai stream. Trust me, the impact and everything he's gonna do. Like, you'll understand afterwards. You feel me? So I had to break down subs and all that shit and all that. And he was like, "I bet." And they got it done today, and I was like super proud to see it. Number one for Kai, because I think Kai's the number one streamer in the world, and being the number one streamer in the world, he should be able to get people who nobody else could get. So I was super happy for him, and I'm happy for 21 too, because I think 21 is just a nigga who knows. First of all, what niggas don't realize about 21, this is what I thought about him when I first met him. No personality ass having nigga. So I'm thinking he looked mad serious. Remember them Vlad interviews when he just came in the game? I'm like, this nigga's too serious, bro. He's too gangster. Come to find out, that nigga literally is like a comedian. He got jokes on everybody. Like, you saw him on costume. That nigga was trying to roast. So, I realized it was good for that. But, I'm happy for that whole moment for them. And, by the way, also, I got to salute to Drake. And I got to salute to 21 for that, because, shit, during my interview with him, when we brought Drake up, that nigga called Drake on his phone. He ain't had to call Drake, you know what I mean? Just like he called Drake when it came to this. And I remember Kai asked me, like, yesterday, it was like, yo, does Drake know me? Let me just say to everybody, and this is me just kind of like saying I love the whole internet community. Drake knows everybody who's popping on Twitch. I'm sorry to tell y'all. They all are artists that look at reactions, that look at people giving feedback on their art, their talent. They know who your rage is. They know who Kai is. They know who Aiden is. They know who all these guys is. Annoying is. They know all these guys who comment on hip hop. And what I've realized is, like, I might not be the biggest on Twitch. I've been grinding this shit for a while, but it's not like this has only been a way for me to talk to my real deal chat niggas. I've never like grown Twitch like some of these guys. But what I've realized is that it's not that I'm not no nigga who's also selfish. So I'm like, to keep it real, yeah, 21 coming on my podcast makes sense for me. 21 coming on my stream don't make sense to me. I'm not a big streamer like that. You feel me? So what I'm going to do, 21, I'm going to slide you to the biggest streamers, nigga. Just like I would try to do with any of my friends. And also, if Kai never had that connect, I'm going to help a nigga out. So I hope to have that role a bit, because, every time it fucks me up when I talk to Aiden, he'd be like, do you think this nigga knows me? I'm like, do they know you? Like, what? Like, nigga, are you fucking kidding me? So I'm hoping to try to just bridge gaps. You know what I mean? Hopefully one day I could get Young Boy on somebody's stream. You know what I mean? Because, again, Young Boy coming on my stream, that's my nigga. But him coming on my stream, you know what I mean? Like, people want impact. You know what I mean? Shit. Young Boy get on nigga's stream, I think he gonna do $500,000. Straight up. We get him on the right nigga's stream. See, I'm just not no hater. You feel me? You see, I'm not no nigga who be like, no, he gotta come on. Nah, nigga. I'm Big Ack. I'm blessed already. I want to see these artists get opportunities to get opened up to the audience that fuck with him. And I want to see these streamers become mainstream. Kai's pretty much mainstream already. Aiden's mainstream. But, like, there's many other streamers. So I feel like this was a W for Twitch, W for creators, W for Savage, of course. And that makes me feel good. I feel really good about that. You feel me? All right, anyway, I'm going to call Savage back after this shit. Low-key, I owe Savage like some money. So I bet 1,000 on Kai. No, I bet 1,000 on Savage to be Kai. I should have bet 5,000. The only reason why I bet 5,000, because I'm like, yo, Savage bet 5. If he wasn't down to do 10 versus Savage, I was going to match whatever Savage put up. Obviously, nigga, Savage would have put up 100,000. So I'm like, fuck. Because I want him to take my bet, I only bet 1,000. But the 1,000 he sent me, I'm probably going to have to send to Savage anyway, because I lost the bet of what her loss did. Anyway, huge fucking stream. All right? Anyway, somebody said I should talk about the Yak and 21 shit. We finna talk about that in a little bit. We finna talk about that in a little bit, man. Chat, y'all in here, though? No, we heavy in here right now. We heavy. Yo, chat. Play this. I'm I'm gonna connect some big shit. I'm gonna connect some big shit. I ain't gonna lie. Yo, the thing with like a nigga like YoungBoy though, YoungBoy is different, bro. I swear, YoungBoy's. Yo, I won't even tell y'all who. I won't tell y'all who because number one, it's not embarrassing, but I just want to be honest. Yo, YoungBoy, YoungBoy, and I'll just say me and YoungBoy. There was somebody else in the comments, but me and YoungBoy, right? He was like, yo, because YoungBoy only just fucks with who he fucks with. YoungBoy don't look for clout. He don't care who's the biggest. He only fuck with who he fuck with. And I've been fortunate to be one of the people he fuck with. He'd tell me some shit. He was like, yo, Ak, why don't I just come on your stream and just be kicking it type shit? You feel me? And the other person was like, well, yo, you know you could get a check for that. Like, Twitch probably could pay you for that type shit. Anyway, that ain't really, and I remember he said, this is what YoungBoy said directly. He said, bro, I don't give a fuck about no check type shit. He was just like, yo, bro, I just want to be on my nigga Ak stream, right? Because he watched shit I say, right? Okay. If you thought that was cap, and again, I'm not going to mention no names, a situation came up that YoungBoy was offered. This is an initial offer from when I heard the number could have went up. They offered him $100,000 to come on somebody's stream on Twitch for like 30 minutes, and that nigga just ain't want to do it. Just think about it. Just think about how lit you got to be. Just think about how lit you got to be for a nigga to say, you're not coming to somebody's house. You just have to click connect. The nigga was just like, nah, I'm good. So that's the only thing I'm trying to tell you. Some people really don't give a fuck about the shit. Like, YoungBoy's the type of nigga who you really don't. You know what I mean? And even like, shit, even Savage, like, nigga, as I said, he fuck with all this shit, but like, you know what I mean? A lot of times I'm trying to let them know, like, yo, this is a good, like, this is good for you. And not only in the career sense, but these are cool niggas, bro. Because, play this. Let me tell you one thing about an artist. You can't pay them enough to be sitting next to somebody who they might not think is cool. You know what I mean? And 21 definitely fuck. He fuck with Kai. He fuck with that nigga energy. So that's dope. Anyway. Somebody said, why be boring? Nigga, why be on a stream, nigga, is 500K. Let's be honest. Let's be honest, my nigga. It could be why be an XQC. It could be nigga why be in fucking Nick Merckx, nigga. Nigga, it could be why be in Kai, why be in Aiden, nigga. As long as it's one of the top streamers, 500K. Facts. Oh, y'all got me to 20. Thank y'all, because I'm trying to drink. Chat, this is going to be one of those, I get too drunk, I got to shut the stream off, all right? Take another shot. Love y'all. I don't think YB got to be... The fuck? What the fuck? What the hell did I swallow? I think I was biting my fingernails early. Oh, it's an eyelash. My bad. Okay. All right, chat. Yeah. I came on here just to just kind of have a good time with y'all. I am ecstatic and I'm happy, and I hope y'all appreciate the mode I'm in. You feel me? Like, in the perfect world for me, it don't matter what rapper, right? Like, let me give another. Like, say Cardi, right? Like, Cardi promised me an interview before his next joint drop. Oh shit, I gotta hit Dirk back too. Whether it's any of those rappers, yeah, I get it for the pod. But like, you know what I could really like, bro? I wanna like, yo, go fuck with my streaming niggas, bro. Like, I don't need you on my stream type shit. Go fuck with, go break the record that these niggas got. So I like that. Anyway, all right. Yo, what we didn't get to like a couple days ago, So her loss has been out for a while. Yo, Rolling Stones put out this crazy review, bro. Crazy review. Like, I guess whatever Drake said that they believe is about Meg Thee Stallion, bro, they gave a crazy review of the album. We're actually about to read it in a second. Somebody said, me and Speed? I fuck with Speed too. Shit, I was trying to. Nah, I ain't trying to tell people's business, but yeah, me and Speed was on the phone not too long ago. Bruh, again, yo, I was watching the shit and Savage said, like he admitted, he was like, yo, Savage just turned 30, right? And I seen people in like Kai's chat like, what? Like, bruh, like we all aging and it's all good. Like, nigga, Savage is still from the 2016, like the clout era motherfucking freshman list. Like, we're all gonna age. So it's like where I'm at in life, nigga. I'm in my 30s too, nigga. At this point, I'm like, yo, one thing I always promise myself, never be the old hater. That's why I make sure I got all the success I need to get. You would never catch me being the old nigga hating on a young nigga doing this thing. I want niggas to be breaking records this and third. That's why me, again, especially when I see like streamers and shit like that, I want to pass the ball. That's what I'm trying to say I like to do. You feel me? Anyway, enough about, yo, wait till I change my name from Big Ack to OG Ack. OG. Well, first of all, OG Act gonna lose the hat with a slick back. With a slick back, maybe even with braids. And I'm gonna figure out how them bitches on the Shade Room do it. I might have some baby hair. All of that. Yes. Yes. Yo, there's stages and levels to this. What you think gonna happen? Like, is this over? Like, what y'all think? Alright, anyway. Bro, we living and we growing, bro. And I'm very happy to do it. Okay. Y'all spam some topics. I want to get through some topics real quick because I didn't get through some topics before. Yo, OG Act gonna be so smooth. OG Act? Somebody say I'm a little crazy? Y'all need the baby hairs. Maybe a little bit gray in the beard. I'm so fortunate. Like, I don't got gray beard yet. When does gray come in? I don't know. Somebody say, is he going to be skinny? Yeah, I got to get back skinny for that. Yeah, the older I get, I got to get back skinny. All right, bet. Okay. This is how we're going to plan it. After the Big Act era, Act literally going to get back skinny. Facts. Somebody say I'm bald? I'm definitely not bald. I'm going to give y'all a YSL update. It's all good. All right, cool. Yo, they're so tight at Drake and 21, bro. So tight, bro. Well, actually, really, Drake. And I'm going to be honest with y'all. I need y'all to tell me y'all real opinion. Bro, I like Drake when he's chatting, bro. I like Drake when he's dissing, but really, Drake don't really got no beef other than Pusha T, and we don't want him to do that again. Drake, and he can't keep dissing Kanye, right? So, like, but we like Drake when he's talking shit. This is the album he's been the most honest and talked the most shit since Scorpion. Let's keep it 100. We like when Drake's a little spicy, like he got a chip on his shoulder. Bro, he was talking that shit. Now, granted, he had some double entendres and other shit like that. But after everybody, and by the way, I'm glad he ain't come out and fold and pussied up and be like, yo, oh yeah, the line that clearly was a playoff Meg Thee Stallion. I'm glad he didn't come out with some statement like, oh no, I stand with Meg. Oh no, nigga. Like, bro, let people interpret it how they want to. Even if he was talking about Meg or not, bro, don't clear up your bars, my nigga. Like, your real fans, the people who support you, like, yo, I seen a bum ass nigga What's this nigga's name? I told you I was spitting this nigga's face after he said some wild shit about me one time. What's that nigga's name? He said some wild shit. Jay-Z allegedly liked his tweet and unliked it. Jay-Z liked tweet Drake. Let me see. Let me see. Oh, Mark Lamont Hill. Mark Lamont Hill. Let me tell you this. Mark Lamont Hill is a fucking bum, okay? If you look back at his history, they had this nigga balling over some shit. This nigga is a classic fucking bum. Now, this is why I'm glad Drake ain't released no fucking statement. Bro, nobody's making music for this fucking nigga to be jamming to. Anyway, probably can't even find it scrolling down his timeline. But he tweeted out, this is the epitome of where not only rap music is going, but the pussified internet we all live in. This nigga said, hold on. Wait. Let me look up the full thing. Mark Lamont Hill, Drake. I want to show you the full tweets. This is the most bitch-made shit I've ever seen. He said, I started to listen to Drake's album. I was 3 tracks in when I read about Meg Thee Stallion's reference on Twitter. You know how much of a pussy and a bitch you are where you're listening to music and you let a nigga who's on your timeline tweeting live about the music you listen to convince you to not even listen to what they're commenting about. So to put in perspective, right? And I just want to show you how much of a bitch this nigga is. Here we go. This is Spotify, right? Let's go to Drake, Her Loss. Drake, Savage, Her Loss. Drake, Her Loss. Drake, Her Loss. Look. This is the album. The bitch ass nigga said he was on track 3. I want y'all to see what track 3 is. Track 3 is on BS. The track he talked about Meg is Circo Loco. Circo Loco is track 9. The bitch ass nigga is listening to music and reading Twitter to get his opinion on said music. You are straight pussy. You should not be listening to music. Not hip hop music. You gotta listen to jazz. You probably gotta listen to Lil Nas X don't even give a fuck. You gotta listen to some other weird shit, my nigga. You can't be listening to no hip hop if you're listening to music and you're on Twitter thinking, well, what do y'all think about the songs I'm about to listen to next? And if they could convince you, nah, bro, I ain't gonna lie to you. If you get to track 9, he's talking shit about Meg, and you turned the whole album off. Listen, let me read what he said again. Hold on, give me a second. Started listening to Drake's album, was 3 tracks in when I read about Meg Thee Stallion references on Twitter. That don't happen till 9 tracks in, you bitch. He says, I won't be finishing the album. This is why people are tired of all these internet spaces. You have niggas like Mark Lamont Hill that need a fucking tampon to listen to a rap album. He cut it off because people on Twitter was outraged. Are you kidding me, nigga? Rap music has historically celebrated the death of other black men, has promoted drug and gun violence. They have promoted some of the worst things in society. And if you are a consumer or someone who's a connoisseur of anything to do with hip hop, you have consumed all these negative messages, but yet you're on Twitter reading think pieces while you're listening to Drake and 21 Savage with a fucking album called Her Loss. And when they tweet about a song that you didn't even get to yet while playing the album, you cut it off. You straight pussy. Mark Lamont Hill is one of them niggas who try to pander so much. Like, nigga, you might as well get a goddamn thong and stick a tampon up your ass, you bitch ass nigga. We don't want you to listen to hip hop. Oh, yeah. I was about to get to track 9, even though I was only on track 3. But I heard that Drake said some despicable stuff about Megan Thee Stallion. You know what? I will not be listening to it. And by the way, don't tell me it's wordplay or that it went over my head. I'm very smart. Bitch! You hear this nigga? Condescending motherfucker. This is why Twitter becomes toxic at times. You get these niggas who think they're leaders. Mark Lamont Hill, you a fucking bum, my nigga. You get these guys who think they're too smart. They're evaluating art like they're evaluating politics. Bro, this is art. Yo, this is type of nigga to tweet that, 21 Savage rapping that a bitch came over mad late and she was sitting on the side of the bed. Him saying that was weird, that's rape culture. Get the fuck out of here, my nigga. We don't want to hear from a nigga like you. You're weird. You're not even understanding culture. Bro, this is music. This is expression. A lot of this shit is just over exaggerations. Some of this shit is like, a lot of shit is metaphors. Like niggas who have lyricism, they're actually playing on top of stuff. You can't let a bitch nigga like this dictate what you really think about music, bro. They're trying to get us to a place that they got comedy to. You say a fucking joke about somebody who's in the LGBT community, it's not a joke no more, it's hate speech. That's what they're doing. So now they're trying to do it to rap, but selectively. Because here's the thing, Mark Lamont Hill, I've never heard him say, I started listening to the new King Von lyric, and the way he described how he clapped the op, I'm not into black on black violence, I will not be finishing this. And matter of fact, we should need to cancel. No, because niggas like this, they pander. And they look on social media for trending issues. And they say, what do y'all care about today? Oh, y'all care about Meg's issue with Tory? Okay, so no one can rap about it. So, Mark Lamont Hill, you fucking hypocrite. You tell me you know on the first 3 tracks, Drake and 21 is calling women bitches. You have no problem with that. But because Drake makes a reference that could be, it's almost maybe possibly a triple entendre, and it could allude to maybe Meg Thee Stallion and her getting shot, that's when you cut it off? But you didn't mind when they was talking about bitches and all that other shit? These dudes are virtue signaling. Mark Lamont Hill, one of the biggest frauds that exist culturally today. He ignored all those references. And this is why bitch ass niggas like that you have to judge. He essentially admitted it. I didn't even hear it. So essentially he's saying, I'm not knowing what context it was put in. They don't care about context. They only care about narrative. And somebody wrote the narrative before he could get to it to listen to it for himself. And he didn't even say, let me go listen to it. Oh, I heard it and this is what I think. He said, I'm cutting it off 3 tracks in. Mark Lamont Hill, this bitch ass nigga right here, the bitch ass nigga who been on ESPN and crying like a hoe, trust and believe. This is why a bitch nigga like that, when he talk about me, you're unsuccessful, my brother. Because you a man without an island. You a man without a country. You are a pussy waiting to get fucked. You go left, you go right, you go north, east, west, and fucking south. All for attention seeking because you're trying to virtue signal. And the sad thing that you niggas have done, you've killed it with comedy. If you think, because the same women who you think will be supporting you, you think they not jamming Drake? This is why I say you niggas is dumb. Y'all think about cancel Drake? Stupid nigga. You said you cut the album off. The first projection, should I go back to it, was 350. It went to 375, and now it's at 400. You know what that means? Niggas is listening more. Your bitch ass cut it off, they're listening more. Nigga, you a 40-year-old hater, nigga. Go listen to Jay-Z and that other bullshit. But don't you sit here and try to virtue signal with some hip-hop music. Because if we really want to talk about really being on some high horse, your idols, nigga, well, he probably don't even listen to hip-hop music. This is why you can't even engage with a nigga like this. Classic fucking hoe. Thank y'all for the subs, man. We gotta run another shout out, man. Mark Lamont Hill, man. When I see you spoke about me very, very naively because you wanted to ride the media train, I realized why your bitch ass don't have shit. Second of all, why if I ever saw you, I have a nice loogie straight for your face. I gotta spit on this nigga. Facts. I don't care what happened. He wouldn't be my ass. But nigga, dudes like this, spineless. They pander. They're spineless. They're a bitch. They're trying to appease the people who don't even support them. You know why I respect what Drake is doing by at least not addressing it? Drake don't got to double down. You see, Kyrie's on that double down shit. Kanye on that double down shit. But here's the thing. When we talk about art and expression and even comedy, you don't got, like, sometimes, bro, it's just the art for the moment, bro. Like, these aren't stances people are really taking. If Drake really was standing on a thought that he ain't think that Meg got shot by Tory, the nigga would have been tweeting about it, showing up to court hearings. Bro, he set a clever bar. He's moving on. He set a clever bar. He's moving on. Everybody want to make think pieces and just like pause time. Fuck that. This lame right here, we got to, and by the way, this is all you got to know. He's a Temple University professor. He's already too woke. All them little niggas who work at, like, you know what I mean, universities, they're too woke. Host of BT News. Nigga, Big Act News been killed BT News. That's a fact, okay? News of AJ up front. What the fuck is this? Coffee and Books podcast. What the fuck is that? Owner of this. What the fuck is that? This nigga should just put lame ass motherfucking nigga in his shit. Oh, let me take this shot for y'all, man. All right. Enough energy to this bitch ass nigga. Let me read this motherfucking thing now. So Rolling Stone, who people ain't realizing, we're getting in this time and era. Bro, you're not going to hold rappers to politically correct albums. We love, like, I know, yo, we're rap fans. We know we're hypocritical. But go listen to Lil Durk, listen to Lil Baby, go listen to Youngboy. They're not rapping about the most positive things. We're always drawn to the most honest experiences. Salute to Pooh Shiesty, he just celebrated his birthday. When people start judging hip hop and try to hold this moral standard, hip hop is never good. If y'all want proof that hip hop is never good when y'all put a moral standard before enjoying the music, go look at Chance the Rapper. That nigga's promoting a concert with that bum ass nigga Vic Mensa in Ghana, nigga. You don't believe me? Look at what's going on right here, nigga. We ain't seen none of these niggas for the last like 10 years, nigga. Last time we saw Chance the Rapper, he was liking transsexual porn. No shame against it, brother. But we gotta be honest. When niggas start acting like they're goody two-shoes and we should love their music, hip-hop has always been celebrating the person who's imperfect, the person who came from nothing, who made it to something, the person who listened, who never had a silver spoon in his mouth, the person who made mistakes, the person who has a redemption arc, the person who we know ain't. Come on, man. That's why when niggas heard that Chance the Rapper album, I love my wife. My wife is best. My wife eat my ass. I love my wife. I pray to God every day. God, I love you. I love you. Hey, man, trash. Get out of here, nigga. Nigga, y'all talking about the baby fell off. Look what. This is what. Yo, remember y'all was on a show called Everyday Struggle with motherfucking Joe Budden. He said Chance the Rapper is going to replace Drake. Nigga, Drake ain't ever go to Ghana in his life, nigga. Look what's going on with motherfucking Chance the Rapper, and he still got a number three hat on.
Yeah. And the world keep turning. In suburban, I'm swerving. We giving away a free trip to Ghana. They
got to give you a free trip to the concert. I ain't trying to shame it. I'm keeping it 100.
Meet us for the Black Star Line Festival, January 6th.
And the world
Nigga, they promoting some shit like 3 months from now. Nigga, I don't even know what I'm doing for Thanksgiving.
keep turning. In Suburban, I'm swerving.
All you gotta do is download the Puro app to enter. We're gonna select the person with the most Puro points who applies as the
Bro, the point I'm trying to tell you, they sent that nigga Vic must have been in the gulag. Like once he disrespected Big Act, it was over for him. Let's keep it 100. But secondly, that nigga Chance the Rapper was being heralded as one of the niggas who was about to be the next after Coloring Book. Nigga, he went from Coloring Book to now his whole career is in black and white, nigga. Remove all the colors. This nigga is performing in Ghana. Ghana, nigga. And I ain't even gonna take credit for that. Cause ever since that nigga Drake rapped on Draft Day, well, I know every lyric, nigga. I know every lyric, nigga. Every lyric, nigga. Hold on. Wait. Oh, it ain't gonna show? Hold on. I'm gonna find it. Look. And if I left this shit to Chance, I would have picked a name like Chance the Rapper. Yeah, no offense, because I don't know that nigga. I'm focused on making records and getting bigger. Just no hits. No, come on, man. The nigga performing in Ghana, nigga. Drake, from what I hear, it's either going to be a huge stadium tour with him and Savage, or it's going to be it's going to be either a stadium tour or it's going to be a huge arena tour. This nigga performing in Ghana, bro. Nigga, the last thing I heard about Ghana, no disrespect, because I got some really great, beautiful people from Ghana. We had my man Akon trying to, like, give lights to, like, a bunch of people over there. Them niggas performing in them shits. Not Drake. Salute to my people from Ghana. Like, I know this beautiful queen from Ghana. Some of my homies are really from Ghana. Like, yo, I love Ghana. But all I'm just trying to say, like, we was hearing, like,
Yo, what's going on?
Niggas think this is hip hop, nigga. We don't give a fuck if you a Christian. We don't care if you love your wife. You a perfect husband. You read the Bible every night. Nah, nigga. You dropped a mid album, nigga. You know that nigga went from selling out 70. Yo, go back to Acid. What was it? Acid something. It was Acid something. Acid rap. Acid rap. Chance the Rapper was doing. I know when niggas be selling out in the States. I know. The nigga used to do 5,000. People used to say that's crazy. He was doing 5,000 off a mixtape, my nigga. People were hyped. People, when he did Coloring Book, like, oh, he's about to be the next big thing. Bro, the next album he dropped, nigga, he sounded like he wanted to do some shit. He wanted to drop like some gospel shit, except he didn't do it right. Kanye did it better. They sent his ass to Ghana. Sorry to tell y'all. And by the way, he better be lucky in Ghana, nigga. That nigga might be in Sierra Leone next, nigga. Looking for them diamonds that Jay-Z was talking about. That's how it be. We don't care if you a great Christian. This is hip-hop, nigga. For the imperfects. All your lines about, no, I love my wife. My wife is the best. My wife slaps me when she read. My wife. Nigga. You know what we want here? The bitches love salsa. Y'all can get mad all y'all want. I'm keeping it 100. Let me tell you this, man. You know how many times they try to cancel Act, man? You know what keep me here? Not is you. Y'all keep me here. But you know why I'm still here? Because y'all know I'm going to give it up. I'm going to tell the truth. I ain't gonna lie. What I gotta lose? I'm gonna tell the truth. All that spiritual, ritual, whatever shit you doing, man, niggas want to hear bitches love salsa. Drake understand the middle part of it. He said, I hate calling the women bitches, but the bitches love it. If that ain't one of the best lines, it's like he tested his morality. It's kind of like when Jay-Z said, yo, they say if skills sold truth be told, I probably be lyrically more like Talib Kweli, but truthfully, like he said some other shit. Basically, he said, nigga, I'm here to get a bread. Fuck that. Let's keep it 100. These niggas gonna be in Ghana with 15 cheetahs, nigga, 2 hyenas, and maybe motherfucking and 3 chimpanzees, nigga, doing a concert in front of 14 niggas in a village. Sorry to tell y'all, bro. Sorry to tell y'all, bro. I'm sorry to tell y'all, bro. I'm sorry to tell y'all, bro. Oh, I'm sorry to tell y'all, bro. Y'all ain't woman. I'm sorry to tell y'all, bro. I just had to keep it 100. And then, yo, I'm not even going in on Chance the Rapper, but I gotta keep it up being. By the way, for anybody who gonna clip my shit, everything I be doing on this is a practice. I want to do stand up in the future. I just be cracking jokes. So when I crack jokes, niggas be getting upset. But they always say there's some truth in comedy. I'm trying to be a comedian, so don't really catch no feelings. But I don't know if y'all remember, yo, one night, no cap, I can't even lie. That nigga, Chance the Rapper, probably liked about 4,000 tweets about transsexual porn. Now again, I fuck with the LGBTQ community. That ain't no problem to me. Do what you want, brother. If you want to like, yo, listen, I like porn too. I mean, I might like different porn, but you do what you want. Anyway, and I'm going to always tell y'all this. The most homophobic or transphobic people is not men. It's women. I'm going to keep it 100. I'll give you an example. I won't even bring up the memes because it's mad graphic. Yo, I'll say some shit like, yo, Drake got like the best album that dropped this year. If you look at my mention, it's all women saying, damn, suck his dick already. Yo, damn, like, oh, y'all are just, it's women who try to shame men with transphobia and homophobia. Trust me. I guarantee you, bro. So like we niggas, bro, like we don't give a fuck about that type of shit. Like we not about to focus on that. Women do it a lot. So anyway, Chance the Rapper liked a lot of porn that was transsexual or transgendered in nature. I didn't have no, bruh. I'm not even listening to Chance the Rapper like that I won't care. Why do I care? You know who was pointing that out? Bro, I didn't even post about that. The Shade Room was pointing that out. Oh, he's liking this. Women will shame you for anything. Like, play this. What that chick say about 5-year foreign when she was trying to get at him? Oh, yeah, when he was fucking me, he told me, give me that dick. Women like throwing the homosexual thing on dudes. And really, if you really think about it, a lot of women are really mostly homophobic or transphobic more than guys. Like, bruh, if I'm straight, you think y'all niggas about to make me feel uncomfortable? No, I'm good. You know who uses it the best? Women. Guarantee you, bro. Like, y'all ain't gonna admit it, but guarantee you. Anyway, they got this shit trending on Shade Room that the boy been liking a bunch of transsexual porn tweets. And here's the crazy thing. Chance the Rapper wife speaks. I ain't gonna lie to you. This was the worst shit I've ever seen in life. I know, listen, I don't believe in statements. You just got to go from the heart. But the way she said this statement, like, first of all, I never thought nothing of it. But the way she said the statement, I'm like, she basically, to me, in a roundabout way, confirmed that the kink between Chance the Rapper and his wife is watching transgendered porn. Nothing wrong with it. But she confirmed it with her statement, trying to almost like wave it off. Like women, like sometimes women are delusional. Watch this shit. If your man was caught liking 4,000 tweets of transsexual porn, this is the worst statement to put out. Watch this shit. Here we go. You ready? Here we go, Chad. Here we go.
Really be reaching. And he's never going to address this, but all I have to say is we were literally at an event all night last night. Not last night, the night before last. Until late. We were celebrating. So sometimes she on accident.
Whoa. 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 In the midst of celebrating, we like 4,000 tweets about transsexuals. Fuck. What the nigga, did somebody not tell her that, yo, you could just go with the "we're hacked" line? She actually just told the truth. Nah, we were just celebrating. We were having fun. Wait, what the fuck? Nigga, what? You're not supposed to say this. You're supposed to say he was hacked.
All night last night. Not last night, the night before last. Until late. We were celebrating. So sometimes she on accident. So, all y'all little trolls coming to my page that are getting blocked, y'all can go to hell.
So the other day,
all I have to say is we were literally at an event all night last night. Not last night, the night before last. Until late.
Listen, man, I'm going to keep it real with you. You can't explain liking a series of tweets about transgendered people having sex as shit happens. I would, like, again, if you want to tell the truth, just tell the truth. That's what y'all into. Like, I ain't gonna, like, ain't no disrespect type shit. I'm just like, yo, Chance the Rapper and his wife, I'm not saying nothing about their orientation, but that's the kink they're into. They like watching transgendered porn, right? So it didn't seem like they're saying, oh no, that wasn't us. They're just saying, I'm sorry y'all saw that we were liking those things, right?
We were celebrating. So
what type of fucking celebration would be like, yo, bring up the porn. Yo, I ain't gonna lie, I did Flagrant. I'm gonna keep it real with you. I was in that room looking at everybody suspect. Bro, the nigga to my right, I think his name is Mark, he had a ton of transsexual porn bookmarked. Never seen some shit like that before. Again, ain't nothing wrong with it. I'm not saying nothing wrong with it, you know what I mean? That's not how I get down type shit. But, like, I'm in there, like, you know, the thing when you go to Flagrant, it be a bunch of niggas who really, Andrew Schultz is, like, comedian, Akash, comedian, but, like, Mark, he's a comedian, too. He writes. And then Alex, I think he kind of want to be, I don't know. So they're all just laughing at everything, right? All of a sudden, I see a nigga just put transsexual porn on the show. I'm like, what the fuck? The crazy thing is, I'm looking at the black nigga in there. I'm like, nigga, are we on the same page? This weird, right? He laughing too. I'm like, holy. I didn't know what the fuck was going on, brother. Nigga, they got some shit. Bro, I ain't gonna lie. I can't even describe what I seen. I'm like, yo. I think they were trolling me, though. I think they were trolling. They had to be trolling. But anyway, Chance the Rapper. This is why you can't let your girl go on social media to explain shit for you, bro. I'm like, first of all, yo, salute to Chance the Rapper's brother. He's gay, and by the way, we have nothing against gay people. We fuck with it, and we accept everybody for them. You feel me? I think people believe that Chance the Rapper is a heterosexual male, obviously because he has a wife, and you know this is why I think some people like me. I was like, oh shit, he has a kink for possibly transgendered porn. But this is why you can't send your wife out to explain some shit that you should be explaining. Because she made it worse. Listen to this shit. I'm going to play it again.
all night last night.
Here we go.
He's never going to address this, but all I have to say is we were literally at an event all night last night. Not last night, the night before last. Until late. We were celebrating. So sometimes she on accident. So, all y'all little trolls coming to my page that are getting blocked, y'all can go to hell.
So the other
Holy. Anyway, God bless him. God bless him. We didn't even get to what we were trying to get to. Yo, here's the point, man. So Rolling Stone is now the moral police when they're listening to albums. And I got to read you this fucking review. In 2006, listen to this. They're trying to do to Drake what obviously I think the culture did to Jay-Z. But I don't think the culture did this to Jay-Z. And let me explain it. They're trying to age Drake into maturity, right? So essentially, they're judging Drake like, yo, you're too old to be having meaningless fun on an album and talking about living a bachelor lifestyle because you're 35 going on 36, okay? You should now be taking shit serious. You should now be producing albums like 444, like how Jay-Z was doing. And it was rather unfortunate that Rolling Stones took this opinion because I've always said I don't think age matters that much. It's about mentality. I didn't check out Jay-Z's music until he started making music about his kid. Like, with all due respect, I don't want to hear your kid's first time saying daddy on a record. Like, I don't want to hear that type of shit. The fuck? I don't want to hear about how you babysit. Like, nigga, I ain't got time for that. Nigga, I want to hear about how you turnt, nigga. The fuck? However, that's what Jay-Z kind of did and eventually evolved into shit like, yo, let me just give game, right? Drake's at that age where I'm going to say, and I'll preface everything I'm going to read, if Drake was 27, they say this is amazing. But, and Drake is going to have to fight this too. So, you know what I mean? Even though I'm saying that I'm calling it bullshit, Drake's going to have to fight it. Drake, again, with women, like for example, Nicki's 40. Nicki gyrating on stage, if she was 28, I'm like, oh shit, look at that ass. Like, damn, we love Nicki, right? She's 40. Now people calling her grandma, right? It's the same with Drake. Except it's not like sexuality. They're looking at Drake like, yo, bro, you still rapping like a college kid, right? I grew up on Drake, and most of Drake's music was really effective in my college years and right getting out of it to having some sort of disposable income. They're trying to almost look at Drake to say, bro, you're getting too old for this. Read, and by the way, and everything I'm going to say is going to be backed up because they're comparing Drake now to Jay-Z then. Keep in mind, the big difference is Jay-Z was already married to Beyonce. Drake, still a single bachelor, is not married to no one, but Jay-Z had to pivot. He was married. Let's read it. In 2006, make sure I'm right. 2006, a 36-year-old Jay-Z made his highly anticipated return to rap after a brief yet celebrated retirement on Kingdom Come. The self-proclaimed best rapper attempted to strike a balance between club anthems and mature reflections. Again, Rolling Stone is trying to shame Drake into growing up. Now, granted, I'm not saying that Drake should be still rapping like he's a kid, but they're trying to shame him like, yo, why don't you have a wife? Why aren't you rapping about settling down and being on the other side of your life, right? Look, critical opinion was divided, and rap fans took aim at closing track Beach Chairs, where the one-time Big Pimp talked about impending fatherhood while Chris Martin of Coldplay serenaded him on the chorus. 16 years later, right? Obviously, they're talking about 2006. 16 years later is 2022. Another generational talent marked his 36th birthday by announcing a new album. They're talking about Drake. Again, I keep having to point out, Jay-Z at 36 had Beyonce, was ready, already laid a whole legacy for not only Rockefeller, but his whole career. He dropped about it seemed like about almost 10 projects before he retired, whatever the case is. he was dropping every year, he was good and he was ready to start a family. And they're using that to judge Drake. Like, yo, you're 36. Why you ain't starting a family? Keep in mind, Drake's still running around fucking the next big booty bitch. Like, shit, allegedly he tried to like pipe out Ice Spice. Like, he's just trying to get the next pussy. Drake is 36 and he's acting like he's definitely 24. Granted, I just think times has changed. I don't see a problem with it. You could judge. Anyway, yet early responses to her lost Drake collaboration with 21 Savage have been defined by his purported mockery of Meg Thee Stallion. Another place where they show their bias. Are you telling me Drake's album to me is not defined by his quote unquote mockery of Meg? To keep it real, Circo Loco isn't even on my top 5 tracks. Y'all let me know if it is. It's definitely not in my top 3 tracks. Let's say top 3 instead of 5 because Circo Loco is a pretty good track. Is that track even on your top 3? But they're acting like this line is the biggest moment of the album. He says, then they quote his lyrics, "This bitch lied about getting shots, but she's still a stallion. She don't even get a joke, but she's still smiling," which he raps on Circo Loco, which unfolds over a slowed and chopped sample of Daft Punk to One More Time. The Texas rapper isn't the only one Drake insults. Other unconfirmed targets on the album include one-time hitmaker Drum, Serena Williams, and even Brooklyn Munch newcomer Ice Spice. But the furious backlash to the Stallion bar in particular, Meg's anguished tweets, blah, 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 blah. Hold on. Okay. So let's get to their gripe, right? A claim from Yachty that Drake's words are a standard misogynistic jokes about, look, see? Now they're saying it's a misogynistic joke about cosmetic surgery and not a specific reference to Meg Tory Lanez. That's why I'm glad that Drake didn't say nothing about it, because even if he said the bars wasn't about her, they're going to say that his messaging was misogynistic because he's commented on women possibly getting on the knife with their body, right? Now, look, this is where they start shitting on Drake. Look. All while innumerable gossips decode Drake's intentions that threatens to overwhelm her loss. The controversy is reminiscent of angry reactions to Kendrick Lamar, Mr. Morale, and the Big Steppers earlier this year, in particularly the violence he said she said argument on We Cry Together and his transphobic confessions on Auntie Diaries. The difference is Kendrick invited listeners to an uncensored therapy session and miscalculated their level of empathy. Drake's error is that he unintentionally reveals himself as a self-centered jerk who refuses to grow up. Okay, let me just explain this whole thing to y'all. They're basically saying that because they say Kendrick did the same thing, but at least Kendrick invited us to a release party. This is more about privilege of writers and privilege of people who are just music elitists than actual judging the art. Look, her law should have turned out this way. His initial promise was to deepen the partnership that has yielded highlights like 2018 Sneaking and this year Jimmy Cooks. Drake's sharp, plain-spoken Canadian tones blend favorable with 21 Savage deadpan delivery in Atlanta via... see, they try to sneak this 21. Atlanta via London inflections. Just say Atlanta, nigga. Wow. And the latter homicidal, yet clearly fantastical worldview contrast, blah, blah, blah. Anyway, I'm not going to read blah, blah. I'm trying to get the summing up of it. They say that Her Loss turns into a Drake album. He takes most leads on the verses, and they say 21 Savage is a reducing role. Shitting on 21, right? Then they come to, it's hard to explain how one stray mistake can turn a magic trick into a disaster. Drake has made withering comments about women's bodies before. Remember, Brand new titties, stitches still showing. What the fuck? Why is that a bad thing? He said dumb things about athletes, significant others before, like Vanessa Bryant on Rick Ross Stay Scheming. He has picked too many beefs with rivals to recite here. But the gloominess this time around is not that it's not just the sloppy sequencing or hit or miss quality that ranges from standouts like Pussy and Millions, where the so-called treacherous twins teams up with Travis Scott, to aimless dross like Major Distribution. See, this is why you gotta throw these reviews out the window. Major Distribution is not a dud. They're saying that Pussy and Millions is a hit. Major Distribution is a dud. Couldn't be further from the truth. Drake's 2015 collaboration with Future, What a Time to Be Alive, was equally uneven, yet the two carefree happiness buoyed them into structural problems. They conjured a joyous lit vibe Drake and 21 Savage can't match with Her Loss. Yes, 36-year-old Jay-Z caught plenty of jokes for Beach Chair, yet by acknowledging that he was making out with women in the showers and commanding girls to on Molly to strip anymore, he freed himself to grow as an artist, leading to a post-retirement classics like American Gangster 444. Every hero is different, and it's unclear where Drake will evolve to next. After the singular misfire that is Her Loss, does he even care? Drake. And I'm going to hit you about this personally too. Drake, I'm glad you're starting a family in the sense of you have a beautiful son. I know you love your son Adonis. I know you would do anything for him. I've always looked at you as a rapper who lived in the bachelor sense. And I think you even probably thought of your own mortality when you had a kid, because we honestly don't want to hear you rap about Adonis's first basketball game or Adonis's. We don't want to hear a lot of that shit. I remember distinctly calling Jay-Z raps about Blue Ivy, grandpa raps. We don't want to hear that. What this article aims to do is to try to force you to grow up. And what I'm trying to say is that, Drake, resist it. Because when you start making that grown-up music and you start losing the audience who have loved you for years, they don't compensate you with shit. And this is what I always try to tell artists. Why do you care about the people who never helped you build to the point you're at? And that's my point. Look at this whole shit. They're trying to tell me he should grow up. And his maturation is going to be at his pace. But they're comparing him to Jay-Z. Oh, Jay-Z had a kid by now. Or he was about to have a kid and he was growing up. Well, you have a kid. Why are you not growing up? Fuck you. I'm defending Drake's right to, if you want to rap about still sleeping around with random chicks, let him have it. As long as it's hot. Now, if he's making whack songs about some shit he clearly not living, and it's clear that his music would be better served if he just accepted his reality and rapped about what he really is going through, okay. But niggas dropped a perfect album to me, talking that shit and living his life. What's the problem? Anyway. All right, people. Yeah, I wanted to get that off for a minute. I'm glad I did. Yo, chat, I am lit. I am fucking lit, chat. Holy. Yo, Grand Wizard say, I'm trying to call a sex symbol to eat my kids up. Come on. Somebody said, look at the author he bitch made in Zesty. Yo, OVO Cartier, I'm not even going to do that, because the moment you do that, they'll write all this type of shit. The moment you look at their shit and put it up on the screen, they call bullying. Somebody said, "Act who killed Takeoff." Somebody in that Mob Ties crew. That's what I think. Yo, I'm so mad that y'all really think that I like bitched up and like, oh, yo, Jay Prince got to you. Bro, all I just said is you can't blame the nigga you want to blame. But is it a nigga that was associated with Mob Ties? Yeah, like, duh, nigga, the fuck? I'm just so sad that y'all really think that, like, a nigga, oh, he got to act. Bro, y'all want me to blame a murder on one nigga. Like, bro, I'm not going to do that. The nigga didn't fire no bullets that night. What you want me to do? Like, bro, I come off lame when you see the arrest that's going to get announced and he's not in it because he never fired no fucking bullets. And he never explicitly told no nigga to do it. Now, maybe some other entities are looking into it because they all keep screaming the same gang or whatever the case is. But, bro, I'm not just going to make some shit up and just be like, oh, yeah. The point is, Takeoff died. And one of the niggas who had to do with it, he repped that Mob Ties shit. That's facts. Ovio Carter said the chat was trolling. Oh, yeah. Somebody says, did you see the Queen Flips response? No, I did not. Somebody said they extorted Act for a double. Savage told me he want to see me do Yak versus him on stream. And he actually want to see Yak versus him because he think that's a closer audience than him versus Uzi. You get what I mean? Like they both making street music. Yo, boom, why you ain't pull up for the 21 annual? Oh, shit, boom. Kodak first week sales, he sold like 38K. Yak versus 21. They do that versus in Florida. Yak wins. They do that versus in Atlanta. I think Savage wins. If it's 10 songs, I don't care where you have it. Kodak wins. I'm telling y'all, 10 songs, Kodak washes everybody on that list. But it's 20 songs. Look at 21 Savage tweet. What do you tweet? Yo, 21, he's hell. You said where all y'all fans be at when these niggas drop albums. Oh, that's a low blow. Oh. Damn. You know why that's a low blow? Kinda, right? I'm gonna tell you why it's a low blow. Because if you go down on my tweets, if you go down, you gotta keep going down, keep that going down. Keep going down. Here we go. Kodak Black on pace to sell 39K. I'm gonna be honest with you, and I think this is why I think 21 like he thinking like, yo, bro, y'all really playing with him type shit. Cause, bro, I'm gonna be honest with you, 21 don't sell nothing below 100. Like he's never sold nothing below 100 for like the last 4 joints. Like, what's his last album? So Her Loss about to sell 400. Oh, he did Savage Mode 2. What Savage Mode 2 do first week? Let's see. Savage Mode 2. Damn. 171? Holy shit. Yo, this is where me and Savage get into like arguments and shit, like when we be talking, cause I be forgetting how much he really sells. Bro, the nigga sold 171. That's crazy. Bro, he sold us in 2020. Pandemic, nigga. Alright, bet. So before 2020, he dropped I am greater than I was, right? In 2018. How much he sell with this shit? I had better money on this. He sold 131. Bro, he always selling over 100. Okay, other than that, hold on. It's an album, 2017. How much he sell with this shit? Wait, he sold 77? Oh, I think this was the last time he sold under 100. Oh yeah, this was pretty much his sophomore album, in a sense. Yeah, collaborative album. Yeah, he did Without Warning. Without Warning, what that shit do? What the fuck? It did 53. Oh, never mind. I feel like he had 3 albums where it was like over 100. Huh. Let me go to his discography. Here we go. I Am Greater Than I Was, which I think won a Grammy or some shit. Oh, it was nominated for Best Rap Album. That did 131. Savage Mode 2 did 171. I don't know, man. You know what the funny thing is? I think Kodak got great singles, but he never puts it together like how he should, bro. Kodak to me is an enigma, and that's the only reason why I'm gonna be like chill, Savage, because I think Kodak dropped some of the best songs out of anybody in his class. Like, to keep it real, y'all tell me if I'm wrong. Kodak just had Super Gremlin solo song. When's the last time Savage, Uzi, Yachty, or I said Kodak right? Kodak, Yachty, Uzi, 2021. When did they have a bigger song than Super Gremlin? Let's be honest. Nigga, Poland. Nigga saying talking about Yachty Poland. Nigga, Poland is way bigger. No. I mean, Super Gremlin is way bigger than Poland, nigga. Hold on. Let me look up Yachty's shit. Nigga, Poland is not even a top 10 song, bro. Like, no disrespect. It's a hit, but it's not like the hit y'all think it is. Look, nigga, Poland peaked on the billboards at 40, my nigga. It peaked at 40. It peaked at 40. It peaked at 40, nigga. Bro, it's a difference between a viral song and a hit, nigga. Kodak Black? Super Gremlin? Nigga, are you stupid? That shit peaked at number 3. Yo, Crazy Sauce, you said you never heard a nigga play Super Gremlin? Bro, you need to just open your eyes and your ears, bro. You are tweaking. Name a song after Super Gremlin that's a solo song by anybody on that freshman class that's bigger than Super Gremlin, nigga. Or actually, a year or two before. So we're not counting like EXO Tour Life and shit like that. From 2021 on, actually, I give it from 2020 on. From 2020 on, name a song from anybody that's a solo song that was bigger than Super Gremlin. Bro, that's the reason why I said that nigga Kodak, he really could be on some shit in the verses. Bro, Super Gremlin bigger than, like, again, remember, that's why, remember when I was saying that he beat everybody no features? Because, bro, like, he did that no feature, nigga. But if we really think about it, I ain't gonna lie, even that Walk song doing some shit, like, and I don't really fuck with that song like that, but, like, it's doing some shit. Me, I be liking some songs I don't even do all that much, like Dirty K and like Last Day In and songs like that. I be really fucking with. Like Don't Leave Me. I be fucking with songs like that. Yeah, let me look at Super Gremlin. That's right here. Super Gremlin right here. Bang. I don't know. Oh man. I think Savage could I think Savage could compete, but I'm telling you this. Savage gonna have to win on the back end. Cause if Kodak dropped 10 of his biggest songs, Kodak is eating the competition alive. All right, hold on. Just all right. First of all, no flocking. That's like a. If I drop no flocking, right? You gotta come with no heart. You gotta come with no heart. You gotta come, bro. It's no flocking, my nigga. Right? The nigga still gonna hit you with Tunnel Vision. The nigga still gonna hit you with Rolling Peace, Cody Dreaming. Nigga still gonna hit you with ZZ, my nigga. He's still gonna hit you. Where's Drowning at? Drowning gonna be somewhere in the mix. He gonna hit you with that too, bro. Like, he gonna hit you with Super Grim. I'm telling you, 10 songs? That nigga Kodak is hitting you with the hammer, nigga. Somebody said Kodak ain't touching Uzi. Well, now you bringing up the same discussion I was having with 21. Bro, 21 and Uzi, they really don't mix that well. They don't mix that. Nigga, y'all had like a cult Uzi song that beat Jimmy Cooks, my nigga. Like, Jimmy Cooks is one of the biggest songs of the last 2 years. But it was like a Uzi song everybody fuck with. That's what I'm saying. Uzi don't mix with 21 or Kodak. 21 more mixed with Kodak because they both be making street music, and some of them songs the streets just fuck with. Nigga, Uzi's not watching 21. We just did that, nigga. It was tied. Oh, shit. See, now if you play Lockjaw, Drowning, we even got to do Pills in Automobile. Damn. Shit, we got too many years. You know, obviously, rest in peace to PNB. Nah, I ain't gonna lie. Yo, boom, you ain't play P's and Q's, nigga. You took the L on that. Somebody said go to Savage catalog. Yo, I just think that nigga Kodak got an impressive cat. Yo, I'm gonna be honest with you. This might be a hot take. If we talking raw talent from the 2016 class, it's a coin flip between Uzi and Kodak. Respectfully. Nigga, everybody, yo, you know how many niggas who I've interviewed? I've interviewed niggas who are older than him. Niggas look at Kodak like, yo, bro, this nigga is just a special talent, bro. You know how many times Kodak should have been canceled, my nigga? You know how many times people like, yo, we ain't fuck, bro, it's Kodak Black, nigga. I'm telling you, that nigga talent is somewhere else. Bro, Kodak is the only fucking nigga who could have ever done what he did in his career, act how he done what he did. Bro, I'm sorry, bro. The nigga went to jail 50 times, nigga. We still was saying free him, even though we know that nigga was on some dumb shit. Nigga, the nigga music was so prolific, nigga. They played in the Oval Office, nigga, and President Trump pardoned him, nigga. Let's be honest, dog. Kodak Black be on some shit, bro. I'm gonna be honest. You could call him retarded. You could call him slow. He can't talk. That boy be on some shit. I'm just keeping it 100, bro. Yo, that nigga exposed his dick on camera. The nigga said he don't like black shit. Like, he didn't even say this nicely. Bro, he was wild. Yo, Kodak has said so many shit that if everybody else said it just wouldn't happen, bro, it's yak. Kodak, the first rapper to really come out repping. Bro, Kodak got us all saying Uncle Trump now. Nigga, he was the first nigga saying Trump in the beginning. Bro, I'm sorry. Yo, Kodak is just a different. Yo, Kodak has done everything wrong. And I'm telling you, we look past it, my nigga. We look past it, bro. We look past it. You know how good you gotta be that you just constantly keep fucking up and people still keep fucking with you, bro? Yo, Kodak came out saying he's just trying to fuck Lauren London, my nigga, right after Nipsey died. Bro, to keep it real, I mean, no disrespect to, like, you know, obviously Rose 60s and some, you know, people who really fuck with Nip, but it's like, yo, bro, we were just like, yo, that's yak, bro. Like, we just gotta let it go. It's yak, bro. It's yak, bro. I'm telling you, bro. I'm just telling you, nigga, yak talent is a different level, my nigga. The nigga went to the Waffle House and be like, rest in peace, yo, PNB Rock. Went to the same one. Yo, I ain't gonna lie, man. Y'all gotta stop playing with Kodak, bro. Like, I'm gonna be honest with you. And this is where I always tell Kodak he gotta chill, because I think sometimes he be looking like he want the same type of, like, fanfare that, like, a YB get. Nigga, you get your due. Because he, like, I talked to Kodak so many times and be like, man, y'all niggas don't fuck with me like that. I'm like, yo, Kodak, we do fuck with you like that. Do you know how much you fuck up and we look past it, nigga? We don't use that as no excuse. We still ride for you. We look past a lot of bullshit. Like, nigga, it's not like we fuck with another nigga. We don't fuck, bro. We let you do what you want to do, nigga. Somebody says X clears. No, of course. XXX and Tentacion, I think, clear a lot of these niggas. Yo, Boom say, yo, nigga, he said he fucking Young and May as long as she got a coochie on her head. Yo, I'm sorry. Yo, we really gotta talk about, like, yo, Kodak could do anything, bro. He could do anything. I'm gonna be honest with you. I might tell, like, Savage like, yo, bro, don't do this one. Obviously, they not about to do it, but I'm like, yo, bro. You know why? Kodak don't care about his image, my nigga. I think the most mainstream of all those rappers is 21. We got to be honest. And I think that's why 21's popping and shit. Think about it. 21 is the most mainstream of all of them. He done mad songs with J. Cole. He's done songs with Drake. You know, he's like, bro, he's a street nigga, but like his visibility and the mainstream like acceptance has been more than Uzi, has been more than Yachty, has been more than Kodak. It's been the most. Kodak did shit with Kendrick. Yeah, yo, you know you the GOAT when Kendrick was just like, yo, bro, just be the narrator of my album, bro. Juice is clearing. Juice clearing who? Who the fuck is Juice clearing? I don't care what y'all niggas say. X clears Juice. X clears Juice. And Uzi clears Juice. I'm sorry, in my book. Fuck with Juice, but I think X clear all them niggas. X clears Juice and Uzi clears Juice. Like, no disrespect. We gotta remember, like low key, nobody want to talk about it, but like people use like I know people close to the situation like that used to say that Uzi felt that Juice was kind of biting his shit, bro. Like not like biting his shit, but like kind of like you know, like almost too similar type shit. Like Uzi paved the way for Juice, bro. I'm gonna be honest. Like we gotta keep it 100 now. We gotta keep it 100 now. So y'all telling me I know Juice died, but you're not about to tell me that Juice just cleared Uzi. No. X ain't clearing nobody? You tweaking, nigga. Nigga, X is X, nigga. Nigga, X is X, nigga. Like, X is X. Y'all niggas is tweaking. Like, yes, Juice had mad songs and mad songs that did well, but trust me, XXX Tentacion, nigga, is XXX Tentacion. I don't give a fuck what y'all niggas say. No way, no how. That nigga is one of the GOATs. First of all, while they both were alive, I still say peak X was better than peak Juice. I'm sorry to tell you. Bro, I ain't gonna lie. I stand X. That's my nigga, bro. Juice ain't clearing X. I mean, yo, like, the music is great. The music is great. Nigga, I'm Yo, I'm gonna keep it 100 with you. I put X in the category of like a Kanye, bro. Like, bro, I can't sit here and like Juice was amazingly talented. I definitely don't want to shit on him at all. But bro, X was X. We gotta stop it, my nigga. Plus, let's be honest, man. Juice ain't never had no fan base. I ain't gonna lie to you, I've never seen no fan base like X fan base. Ever. I've just never seen it, bro. That's another reason why, like, I gotta be hesitant. I'm like, yo, if all these niggas are so damn good, why none of them ever had a fan base like X? Juice had some good shit though. We love Juice. Yo, did y'all see this? Oh my god. Yo, chat. Yeah. Yo, I ain't even gonna lie to you. Even if we hit 50, I'm not taking another shot, bro. I was drunk before I got on here. Nigga, I'm over here getting too twisted. I'm good. Did y'all see this shit with Erica Mena, bro? Yo, it's so funny when I watch shit like this. So Erica Mena, right? The one side chick of DJ Envy. Now she had 2 kids with Nicki Minaj's, ex-boyfriend, which is Safari. They broke up. They were married. They broke up. They got 2 kids. And I guess this is her lawyer telling her that the judge has ruled that she's only getting $4,000 or something like that, $4,000 per month for child support. Listen to her reaction, bro.
Are you kidding me? Now all of this financial burden with my children is on me?
What?
This is not fair.
When a man shows you who he is, you have to believe him. When anybody shows you who they are, you have to believe them.
Like he doesn't have to pay nothing of it? Nothing?
That's the that comes with being a woman that is so ride or die about love.
God, this is up.
Yo, this nigga ain't that little, what's his name? Little Shraggy? Was it little Snap? What's his name? Little fuck. How am I? I'm drunk. I'm not trying to play him. I'm really drunk. It's a little Snappy. What the fuck? Some with an S. Scrappy, right? Yeah, little Scrappy. Little Scrappy trying to fuck. Look at this nigga. I know that type of hug. I know that. I know that type of hug. Come on now. Anyway, yo, here's the point. This is such a bad thing to show to women. Erica Mena, she's a media Fashion Nova reality show personnel. She's dating some guy, Safari. He's making some good money. They had to pay. They separated. The judge said he had to pay $4,000 a month for 2 kids. I feel like I'm not hearing the whole story. It's no way she wanted more than $4,000. The kids are young. It's not like they're in school. It's not like he has to pay tuition. The kids are really young. You're talking about daycare and nannies. And it's kind of unfortunate that I always see women who are making money purport image to broke women, because the only place this shit plays positive to is the shade room. Okay? I'm going to tell you the truth. Erica Mena probably makes way more money than Safari. Bro, Safari ain't nobody more than motherfucking Nicki Minaj's ex. He been making his money on reality shows. This chick been making her money on reality shows. She probably got about the same money as a nigga. That's just the facts, right? She had 2 kids by him. They're not going to be together no more. And it looks like they're basically saying, yo, you got to pay some of the money. Granted, I don't think neither of them are broke. When she acts like this, it's just doing nobody service, because it's perpetuating that stereotype about child support and what it should be used for. Erica Mena got enough money. Enough money to support her child. Same thing with Safari. You know how many times, somebody told me, I'm even going to tell y'all who it is. They said Safari got robbed 10 times in Atlanta, nigga. He was living there with Erica. They bought a house. They said they got robbed 10 times. Them niggas sold the shit and dipped. Nobody even seen it. I remember when I saw their house, I'm like, that's a nice house. I heard they got robbed 10 times. Again, I'm not saying that's not a positive thing, by the way, but they got money. All this shit is for reality TV. It's not for their life. They're both going to be okay. Their kids are going to be okay. It's to show these broke chicks who actually believe that child support should be some type of lottery ticket. They're just trying to prove to them. It's bullshit. No, it's Atlanta. An Atlanta nigga told me that. By the way, somebody showed me this recently. Safari friend sentence. Read this shit. There was a time, remember he went to Safari, cry, robbed. He went on an interview and he said he got robbed. Look.
First of all, are you okay?
Look.
Oh man.
I just got robbed at gunpoint.
What do you mean just now? Just like right now?
A couple hours ago, I just got robbed. Like 2 dudes with guns just ran up on me. Had me face down on the floor with a gun to my head. It just took everything.
Martinez actually shared this clip of an upcoming
Anyway, so he got robbed. Everybody was a little skeptical because there was a little surveillance footage of the shit before. Like, how'd he get robbed? Come to find out, his friend, childhood friend, robbed him of $183K worth of jewelry. And the nigga's been sentenced to 18 years, okay? In 2018, 3 men conspired to hold up the rapper at gunshot in Fort Lee, whatever. A judge sentenced the friend to 18 years in prison for the armed robbery. Friends like this when he's enemy. Essentially, his homies robbed him. He got robbed for $183K worth of jewelry. I'm not making fun of that because trust and believe when you're in this type of life, and I even know personally in specific examples, people will try to do things to you, so I'm not making fun of that. What I am trying to say is that Safari, even though he's not Nicki Minaj's boyfriend at this point, he's making a good amount of money. When I say he's making a good amount of money, I think Erica Mena is also making a good amount of money. To me, it feels disingenuous when I'm watching her cry.
Are you kidding me?
When I'm watching her cry, acting like it's the end of the world. If Safari's making $1 million, you're making $1 million. And it's just so unfortunate that even the women who are making good money, they're still trying to put out the image that they should be just taken care of if it doesn't work out with their man by getting tens of thousands or maybe hundreds of thousands of dollars. And I just think Erica Mena is better than that. You could support your kids by yourself. You or him or both, you and him decided to separate. Yeah, that's what happens. Your kid's going to be raised in mostly a one-parent home, and you got to provide. That's what it is. Okay?
My children is on me?
What?
This is not fair.
It's so funny because also like celebrity life is like oftentimes ignored. When I first came up here, it was me and my 2 brothers, and we lived in a very small apartment. It was 5, actually not 5, it was 5 or 6 people that lived in there. Here's the point. It was 2 bedrooms. My mom was making less than $4,000. And I get it. Some people are like, oh, well, nobody want to hear that story. It's just like, it's hard to feel bad for these celebrities when you know they're making shit ton of money. Yo, Erica Mena is making a shit ton of money. Or at least a shit ton of money compared to regular folk. Why are we going to feel bad for you? Anyway. Women who still perpetuate that whole thing about getting child support and want to get a check that they could stun on other women or throw it in their baby daddy face that their baby daddy is paying for all type of stuff. I think that's lame. Okay? Chat, it's 3 o'clock. I'm trying to stay on for a couple more. I'm going to be on stream tomorrow again. But let me see if I can get to any other topics real quick. Nah. What should I talk about? This was equally disgusting. Someone said she's trolling, but I'm going to be honest with you. Like, this is one of the reasons why, I just personally don't believe in marriage. If you watch the interview with me and Flagrant 2, I brought up some stuff that's of traditional values, and they were like, well, are you looking to get married or whatever the case is? Anyway, here's my stance on marriage. I don't want to get married, period, and I won't get married. just the current system of at least marriage in the United States of America, it doesn't behoove or suit a guy who's in my particular bracket of earning. If I was someone who made $40,000 to $70,000, I would contemplate getting married to a woman, because maybe it could be additive and it could be in some type of benefit to us. Maybe if we get a home, some type of FHA loan or something like that because we're married. But I'm rich. I'm sorry. Like, I'm goddamn rich, and I ain't finna. There's nothing that tells me I should get married because I got money. I'm sorry to tell you. So, marriage to me ain't for me. Okay? So, I tell every woman I get with, we could have a fake ceremony. I'll buy you like a nice little diamond ring or whatever the case you want. But marriage is just not for me because, I've worked so tirelessly getting to what I got now. I'm just not into the point of anyone thinking that it could be decided by a judge or even anybody having this type of entitlement. Even though I heard this was like she's trolling, I can't even imagine this. Listen to this.
Say that I agree with this one. When we get paid, I will spend as much money as I want because it's our money, and he decided to marry me, and I do everything that he wants. Like, I'll cook and clean and stuff like that, and when he makes money, I'm gonna spend it, and that's just what marriage is. Like, you don't have to get married.
The optic of this is like really horrible.
As soon as we became one, whatever is his is also mine.
Optic of this is really horrible. The black guy, the white, probably build a body chick. This was a reminder, even if it was a joke, to me, like, yo, and not to sound all fresh and fit on y'all, but it's like, a lot of shit's about respect. Yo, if I'm going out there and I'm risking CTE, head trauma, possibly breaking my legs, tearing my ACL, all type of tragic things that could happen on the field, and you're at home, and granted, she probably is doing her part. She's probably doing an amazing job at holding down the fort. Maybe they got kids, taking care of the kids, cooking, blah, blah, blah. Stay off the fucking internet and don't embarrass me. I'm really one for, like, yo, listen, I'm out there, like, really sacrificing it all. If you're a woman who really cares, please stop with the embarrassment. Please, you gotta stop. You have to stop. Like, even if you're trolling, there's gonna be a bunch of people who might influence some type of business that your guy could be into, and they're gonna look at him like a cuck. They're gonna look at him like a bitch. And for me, I look at the woman who's like causing the embarrassment as, you do realize if he can't get the bag, you don't get the bag. So why would you want to look stupid? So I look at this and I'm like, what the fuck? Anyway. Oh shit. By the way, salute to my man Nevadius. Nevadius Wilburn Cash. That's his real name now. Future has added Cash to the last name. And he's done it really because he's got a lot of money. From what I've heard, like, Future allegedly made in the last year or about maybe 15 to 16 months over $100 million. He got $75 million from his selling his catalog. He got some royalty checks, publishing stuff. And yeah, the boy's winning. And I look at this and I'm like, damn, this is ridiculous. And I think he's feeling himself a lot. You know what I mean? He bought a nice house, a fantastic house, if you ask me. I think I showed y'all the $60 million house. Now he just said, fuck it, which is, by the way, completely some nigga shit. He just changed his name to Cash. Okay? I don't know. Oh, shit. Oh, we got Bandman Kevo shit to get to, this and third. Chat. Just because I want to give y'all the best effort, I'm getting off here now. I'll be back on tomorrow. Hey, this is what y'all could do. While y'all on here, please, 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 please go to my main YouTube, okay? I'll be back on tomorrow. I only came on because I love watching that Kai shit, right? But I was drunk back then, so I'm drunk as fuck right now. So anyway, go to my main page, click on this video,
Take off.
this OTR Savage Takeoff, Didn't Deserve to Die. Go here and then look in the bio or the description. Click here. It's going to bring you to the Spotify page. Please, I need everybody to go watch this episode. It's 147 called Our Loss with featuring 21 Savage on Off the Record. Hopefully we can get this trending tomorrow or the day after on Spotify. I'll be back on here tomorrow with stream. I'll probably be streaming tomorrow early in the day though. So if you're looking for me, actually no. I got some shit to do tomorrow. No, I'm gonna stream tomorrow. I gotta figure out when though. Okay. Anyway, chat, please go check this out. It's like 3 p.m. or 3:30 on the East Coast. Y'all niggas go to sleep on the West Coast. Listen, y'all stay up, do what you got to do. Love all of y'all. Thank y'all for all the support. Thank y'all for, encouraging me to try to be a better person, a better creator, and also a better man. Hopefully, I encourage you to do the same. I will talk to you guys tomorrow. More YouTube videos, more clips, more podcasts. Love you guys, and I am out.